welcome everybody back to William Buck Godfrey Stadium as Patrick Mark Walter kicks off this Region 5 AAA game right just barely into the corner there for a touchback.
Knocking over the pylon. Perfect, I guess, if you're going for the pylon. But
you're listening to Will Nolsey and Andrew Neville here on Netflix, and I think it's safe to say this is a must-win for both teams. Pace is 2 and 3 in the region, 2 and 2 in the region, excuse me.
McNair 1
and
3.
McNair is 1-3 in the region.
And
both teams still with a chance to make the playoffs,
but both need to win tonight if they want a chance.
That's
or want
true.
A significant chance. Knights really theoretically need to win 2 of their next 3 games to get in, because it's the top 4 teams in the region that make it. As McNair will come out in a spread look.
I was going to say, very big game in the region tonight as Westminster and Lovett play. If you're a Pace fan, you almost want Lovett to win that game, so Pace is in that 3-way tie for second place as Pace. Senior Justin Cogbill gets a sack on the first play of the game.
Seemed like a halfback screen was on that time, but just couldn't develop, and Cogbill able to get in there and tackle him for any real chance.
Cogbill sacked the senior quarterback number 3, Azan Aleem.
It's just interesting to note this senior night for McNair tonight here at Buck Godfrey Stadium.
So second down and very long for the McNair Mustangs. McNair's only region win coming against Stone Mountain.
Then their loss has been to Towers, Redan, and Westminster 33-0. Interesting note there.
Aleem will throw again. Just dropped by Darius George, junior wide receiver on the near side.
Good dive in by Ben Caldwell there. The play almost picked that ball off the ground. Knights obviously need to get a stop here on 3rd long, but seeing McNair be throw happy earlier, could try to throw it again. Quarterback seems to have the arm.
3rd and looks to be 22 to be exact. Mustangs need to get to the 30-yard line.
Like we were saying, Knights have 3 more region games remaining. They have this game against McNair. They play Lovett and Towers at home to finish the year. And really, if they just want to get into the playoffs, they need to win 2 of those games.
Broken play. Aleem keeps a hold of it, almost lost the ball. And stays alive, eventually brought down in the backfield by a host of Knights. Brings up 4th down.
But really, Knights still have a shot at that 2 seed if you're trying to think about playoffs. If Lovett beats Westminster tonight, and then Westminster loses one more time, the Knights will. And assuming if the Knights beat Lovett next week and beat Towers, then they do have the 2 seed. So it's very complicated.
I think all we're really worried about is that 3-way tie for second place. So looks to be what seems to be our 5th punt returner, nice 5th punt returner, Brian Mazer back to return. Senior wide receiver just lets it bounce and takes a very nice Mustangs bounce to the 40-yard line where the Knights will take over.
We'll see.
And here comes sophomore quarterback Gabe Wright for his first start of his high school career.
And ironically, he came in the 4th quarter of that Cedar Grove game last week, and he actually threw the ball more than Jared Raymond did in that game. So we'll see if the Knights continue to air it out with
Wright. We see more of a spread look with Wright than we do usually with Raymond in a pro style.
Because Wright's more mobile. He can
and that's what we see
more
immediately.
Used to running the ball.
Lines up in the shotgun with Perryman to his left and 4 receivers. Hill in motion. Jet sweep to Hill. Hill has a lot of speed and a lot of room to the left side. Picks up a first down into Mustangs territory. Is brought down on the 37-yard line.
Good run there by Hill. Good play call. Simple play call. Just easy jet sweep. Easy 20 yards for Hill. Relatively untouched. And he's able to dig out the final 5. Good blocking that time. Just getting him out in front. Knights go with a split backfield with Johnson and Perryman.
Right. Finds Jaden Thomas on the left side on the quick curl route. I think just short of the first down marker.
It's a nice
Second down and 2.
Nice safe throw there from Wright. Just get him used to the feel of starting a game, and then just slowly open it up as the game goes on. It's a nice, safe, easy 5-yard curl to begin his night. Same formation for the Knights. Wiggles lined up as a tight end, though. Cedar Grove showing definite blitz.
It's McNair. Broken play. Perryman jumps right back on it.
Will be third down and about 4. Probably 4-down territory for the Knights. Long field goal here. Probably have 2 shots at this. Knights get their troops set. Wright gonna line up under center. Jaden Stiegel and Jaden Thomas, 2 wide receivers.
Mustangs showing blitz once again. And they do. Hand off to Perryman. Brought down in the backfield immediately, brings up 4th down. Great sweeping tackle there. But number 7, Taj Malik Benton.
You almost have to, I mean, I know Wright probably doesn't have the ability to do checks right there. He's probably got to realize that it's coming. His Knights now going to attempt a long field goal, about 51 yards for Mark Walter. He has the leg, but McNair is actually putting a return man deep on this.
So Mark Walter held by Raymond. Snap from McCaffrey. Mark Walter's kick is up.
I think he
good.
got it.
Pace takes a 3-0 lead early
There is
against
a
the
flag.
McNair Mustangs. 7:30 left to play in the first quarter. What a 51-yard field goal that was from the junior kicker. So Knights have a small but early lead as we wait Mark Walter come back out for his kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, he got all of that. I mean, he needed to. I mean, he
Absolutely
had to.
boomed
That
it.
one would have been good from 55. I mean, he had at least 5 more yards of distance on it. But a good job getting it high enough for one able to be blocked. And we saw that earlier, one of his kicks against the Westminster game, I think, where it was about the same length. He kicked it too low and had it blocked.
Back to return for the Mustangs. Number 1, Christopher Brown. And number 6, Darius George. As Mark Walter lines it up at the 40.
Interestingly, McNair has 6 up, so not really setting up a return.
Mark Walter's kick makes it to the 4-yard line where it's returned by Christopher Brown. Brown makes it past the 30-yard line where he's eventually brought down at the 32.
Good tackle there by Mark Walter.
Yeah.
Helping himself there.
And Mark Walter's not a small dude. Mark Walter's a big dude.
I mean, he could pass for a linebacker in size. Knights defense looks strong in their first series. See if they can do it again here. It's been a sort of a consistent strength for this team, but their one problem has been big plays really throughout the year. Defensively. So go in the pistol for
with a
McNair
fullback to
here.
his left. Aleem hands it off. Nowhere to go. Brought down at the line of scrimmage.
7:20 to go in the opening quarter. This will be the Knights' last early start of the year. Like I said, finishing with 2 home games, both at 7:30.
Last regular season away game.
As it looks now, if the Knights were to make the playoffs, there will be as a 3 or 4 seed, so they will be traveling in the first round of playoffs, barring some crazy situations.
Lubbock could still beat Westminster tonight, and there could still be that 3-way tie for second place. Of course, the Lubbock game will start But after this pace game is over, Alim will throw just out of the fingertips of Christopher Brown.
He had a first down had he hauled that in. McNair corrects that. They're first and 10 on the 42. That was a very catchable ball. And I guess you could say a little high, but unable to make the catch. Knights will take the break. 3rd and 11 from the 30.
Third down, 11 yards. They go for McNair.
Have to get up to the 41 for a first down. They go with the 4 wide look.
3 to left.
3 near side, 1 far.
Screen. Finds Benton. Benton evades a few men, eventually brought down by Justin Johnson at the 36-yard line.
Got 1 good block, then the cavalry came in to the Knights and should force McNair into a punt here, and they will. It is Ryan Mazer back to return the punt again.
A gain of 6. Doesn't make it 4th down. 5 yards to go for McNair.
Good job to the Knights. They're just sitting back at the first down marker, let the screenplay develop.
Lobbing snap and a lobbing kick. Mazer once again lets it bounce, and once again, this time bounces to the 39-yard line, so 1 yard short of where the Knights started on their last drive. 5:44 left remaining in the first quarter.
Like I said, he just boomed that punt. He just boomed it really high. So, second time he's already gotten lucky with the bounce. I mean, there was really no chance Mazer was catching that punt. Wright looked fine on his first series. We'll see what he can do on his second. Wiggles and Stiegel near side. Mazer and Thomas far side. Perryman the single whack.
Flag.
McNair jumped, it seemed like.
False start on the Knights.
Interesting, the side referee made the offside signal for.
First down and 15.
Still easily convertible. Still got 3 downs to go for the Knights. Wright comes on. Don't have a play clock here at Buck Godfrey Stadium. At least not visible. Stay in that. Go back into that wishbone formation with Duron Moore as the fullback. We've seen a lot over the past 2 weeks.
Hand off to Perryman to the left side, and Perryman gets a few blocks. Perryman uses his speed, gains a first down, and Perryman is going to be knocked out of bounds on the
all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, spot at the 28-yard line.
Good job of his elusiveness that time. Got the big hole and then was able to get shit. I thought he was out of bounds around the 40, but a good job of getting skinny and taking it along the sideline for about 10 more yards.
About 32 yards. It'll be first down. Hayes Academy.
Another good big run early for the Knights. Getting those should help establish, maybe let the Knights use Wright a little bit more. First and 10. Handoff to Justin Johnson, his first of the game.
Johnson may have gated back to the line of scrimmage. If not, he lost a yard. It's a second down and long.
Knights bring their spread package back in again, Mazer and Stiegel.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. 10 yards to go for the Knights.
Calling it no gain on the play. Knights do go back into that spread. Stiegel and Thomas remain the far outs. Mazer in the slot.
Wiggles in motion. Delayed handoff. Keyshawn Perryman. Perryman cuts to the left side, gains a first down. Is eventually brought down inside the red zone. This will be about the 16-yard line.
Good gain again by Perryman, just darting through the hole. Good delay handoff, sort of make McNair think about the pass a little bit before giving it off. There's a difference between when you rush the passer and when you sit back and hit the run. So that's why the draw play works sometimes. You get defensive linemen to sell in their pass blitz. There's a lot different in their run blitz. You're going after the quarterback than an elusive running back. Knights go in their power I formation, 1st and 10 from about the 17.
Screen pass, Jaden Thomas. Thomas looks to use his speed. He gets past
Mates.
the line of scrimmage and eventually
Yeah, actually,
gains about 5 yards.
yeah, I thought the play was going to go nowhere. Pass a little behind him. Good job reaching behind him and staring it. As that pass actually might have been called a lateral.
That almost worked in his favor, so he could use that speed to, as he on the turn, to cut to the outside instead of having to go from nothing. So again, I formation this time with Thomas on the left side.
Knights at the 15, or 10, sorry.
Hand off Perryman. Perryman looks to the corner. Keyshawn Perryman picks up the first down, but brought down at the 5-yard line. Brings up 1st and goal.
Good pursuit there by the Mustangs, but still a good job there by Perryman of ducking down and picking up the first down. 1st and goal from about the 5 for the Knights.
And that'll be 1st and goal for Pace Academy. First and goal, Knights at the 5.
It will be Jaden Thomas, the lone receiver. Knights stay in that same power I. Basically 10 in the box for McNair here.
Justin Johnson's a fullback. Hand off to Johnson. He'll dive forward, brought down by his legs, and get to the 1-yard line, just short of the goal line. 2:45 left remaining in the first quarter.
Very fast-moving quarter so far. We're only 18 minutes into game time. There's 2.5 to go. Knights staying the same set. Probably look to see a very similar play here.
Gabe takes it himself. Gabe right to the corner. Touchdown, Knights.
Very necessarily unconventional play call there. Have Knight right run backward like he's going to hand the ball off and then peel it off, but it worked as McNair got focused in on.
Didn't even fake the handoff, just took it himself.
McNair keyed in on just with the simple drop back like the handoff. They keyed in on Perryman, which just allowed Wright to just, that almost might have been an option there for Wright.
So Mark Walters on to attempt the extra point.
It is good.
Mark Walters' kick is good, so Pace has a 10-0 lead with 2:13 left remaining in the first quarter over the McNair Mustangs. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after this. We're back now as Mark Walter is set to kick it off from the 40-yard line on the left hash mark. This time, Mark Walter's kick once again short of the goal line. I think that's Christopher Smith who takes it at the 5, and he'll get to around the 27-yard line.
McNair definitely fast, good speed there by Smith, just darting through and getting past the 25. McNair's offense comes out for their 3rd series. If they fix the drops, the mistakes, they could put together a decent series here. So they line up 1st and 10 on the 27-yard line. Stay in that spread look. 3 to the near side, 1 far side.
Leem takes it himself. Lazar Leem hit very hard but ends up gaining about 5 yards.
Most positive play from scrimmage so far for McNair on first or second down. They had that 6-yarder on third down.
Number 21.
It'll be second down at about 5. Good play call there. Just simple quarterback almost draw, zone read play.
It is the second down. 5 yards to go for the Mustangs.
Ball now on the 32-yard line. Cameron Hamilton is back playing for the Knights in this game.
Yeah, he had to serve a 1-game suspension after getting ejected in the second half of the Westminster game. Good to have him back on the defensive and at the center position on offense.
In the game now.
Knights show blitz.
And they
Lead.
come.
Quarterback under pressure. Hit hard and brought down. Justin Cogbill in the backfield, who's the one to swing him down.
Second sack of the game for Cogbill. Good job of just sitting back. I mean, Knights, that was basically an all-out blitz. They rushed 8, dropped 3, and sole man-to-man as we're down to 48 seconds and counting to go here in the first quarter.
12 and a half, 20 yards to go for McNair.
Third and behind the chains again. Third and 13 for the Mustangs. Knights once again can just sit back on the line. Knights have a single safety playing press on all the other Mustang receivers. 4 of them.
Knights blitz again. Screen pass to Christopher Smith. Has a nice juke. Smith is going to be knocked out of bounds around the 33-yard line, 5 or 4 yards short of the first down marker. So that'll bring up 4th down and also the end of the first quarter here at Godfrey Stadium out in Ellenwood, Georgia. Pace has a 10-0 lead over the McNair Mustangs. We're going to be right back after this break for the start of the second quarter.
And 17 football guy.
We're back here for 4th down and 4 for the start of the second quarter here at Godfrey Stadium. McNair set to kick it off.
Only had 10 on the field.
Away, excuse me.
Mazer back deep. We'll see if he can get his first return action of the game. Another lobby
Career.
snap.
This time kick to the left side, hit it. Nice player, and Mazer jumps right on it at the 37-yard line, so Pace will have the ball back.
Unlucky there, that ball hit Caldwell in the back of the leg. He was not paying attention, but alert by Mazer to fall on it. Keep the Knights momentum. Knights just need to now look at their real first look at an extended drive in the similar field position, 37-yard line.
The first down, Pace Academy at the 37.
Right will be under center. Single back is Perryman.
Flag. Offsides on McNair. Pushes the Knights forward 5 yards.
Knights will take that.
First down and 5.
Relatively clean, sound first quarter penalty-wise for each team. Perryman able to get very close to the first down there.
Good run to the left side. Picks up a first down.
A gain of 11, and that'll be enough for Knights first down.
Gabe Wright hadn't had to do much so far. When he has, he's done a good job. On the 41 is where Perryman is. Ball's on the 48.
Right, hands off to Perryman again, who's met at the line of scrimmage.
Now is when Knights or Mustangs sort of key down on the running game. This is where Knights might need to run a play action fake, let Wright throw the ball here. So they do bring Iman Hill into the game and take Perryman out. See what Knights do here.
Just sweep. Hill. Iman Hill dancing around the sidelines, brought down. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 46. So gain of 6.
Second time that play has worked so far for the Knights. Good and manageable game. Third and very manageable here.
3rd and 4.
It'll be third down. 4 yards to go for Pace Academy.
Wright gets his troops settled. Be nice to see a pass here, even though a run is very feasible on 3rd and 4.
Play action, Wright, rolls right. He'll take it himself. Gabe Wright brought down at the line of scrimmage. Excuse me, just behind it, loss of about 2. So brings up 4th down. About 6, and the nice punt team comes on.
Good pursuit there by McNair. Wright showing his speed, but speed was matched by McNair. Mark Walter on the punt for the first time today. Knights used Jaden Thomas for a punt last week, but he shanked it, so now it seems like Mark Walter back on the punting duties.
Flag before the kick.
Boomed it. It's against the defense. That might give the Knights a first down. We'll see.
There's a legal substitution on the Mustangs.
It's 4th and about a foot.
So 4th and 1. Knights will think about it.
They're going to go for it.
When the offense comes out, Knights are going to go for it.
Sort of like this. You're already on McNair's side of the field, so if you don't get this, it's not the end of the world. And it's also 4th and very short. And you have big backs and Justin Johnson.
Timeout. McNair takes a timeout. They want to talk about it. Get their defense set. 9:30 left to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back after this break. Fourth down and 1. Pace seems to be going for it. I formation. Excuse me. Might want to draw them offsides. Might try to. I think they do.
That was
Offsides on McNair. Great play call. Drawing all the Mustangs, almost every single Mustang, offsides.
5-yard penalty. There we go.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if the Knights were actually going to run a play there. They might have just run the play clock down and called timeout. But regardless, it worked. It's the second time they've done that. I did it once last week, too, in Cedar Grove. I've definitely done it before this year. I'm not sure if it's last week, though.
Same formation. Handoff, realist George will rumble and bumble forward to the 35-yard line. Gain of 3.
You can count on that from him on every play. Just going to dive forward, pick you up a decent amount of yards.
He was tackled by number 40. Ingram Matthews. 2 second down. 7 yards.
Ball to 35, second call at 7 for Wright, the Knights. That substitution infraction penalty is really what killed the Mustangs, as that made it 4th and 1, which made it possible for the Knights to draw them offsides as they put 7 in the box again.
Wright will hand it off to Perryman. Perryman has a nice cut. He's going to make it a spot at the 28.
And Perryman,
That's going to be enough for a first down.
and he's getting these gains with McNair putting 7 or 8 in the box. Just great job by A, the Knights offensive line, and then B, Perryman just finding the holes. So McNair's band has arrived. Very large group of musicians dressed in red. Knights split 2 wide. Perryman the single back. Justin Johnson swerves an offset fullback.
Flag. Flag thrown. It's going to be a delay of game. Delay of game on the Knights. First down and 15 from a 33-yard line.
Probably need to get at least all of the original yardage back here.
Hand out to Perryman. Perryman's going to break a tackle, make it past the 30-yard line to the 27. 2 flags thrown.
Seemed to be a
Different
hold on.
times.
Saw a grab there on pace. We'll see what that is.
He was tackled by number 23, Aaron Fisher.
And this.
Holding on the Knights.
So 2 costly penalties move the Knights all the way back to the 35, where it'll be first down at 25.
We have holding against Baker Academy. The ball will be placed at the 40, at the 27, at the 48. The ball will be placed at the 48-yard line. It'll be first down.
Ball on the 43. First and a lot.
Plays some split receivers. Screen pass. Perryman gets a few blocks, has a few juice, hurdles a man. That's going to be knocked out of bounds on the 26-yard line.
Good job
About
again.
7 yards short of the first down marker.
But considering where the Knights were, that makes it very manageable. Second 7. Perryman very elusive there. That'll go down as a pass. But that was basically all Keyshawn Perryman's doing. 7:12 to go and counting in the first half. Knights up 10-0 and driving again.
Right. Pump fakes. Throws looking for James Stiegel. Picked off. Intercepted by McNair around the 5-yard line. Darius George
Just trying
was
to
the one with the interception. He brought it back all the way, looks to be like the 33-yard line.
He's trying to force that ball a little bit. The pump fake sort of drew the defense over there, and he's still trying to force into that tight hole. Good man-to-man coverage by George. as Pace will take a timeout. We will too. 6:50 to go in the first half. Knights lead 10-0.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs at 28-yard line.
McNair stays in that spread look they've stayed in all day.
Broken play. Aleem will keep it. He brought down in the backfield for a loss of 2 by Justin Johnson.
Seemed to be an attempted zone read that time, but just never fully developed. Had he actually read that correctly and bounced it back to the outside, he would have had a decent game. Knights plugged the A gap quickly.
Good duet tackle by Justin Johnson and as well as Grant LaRue.
The entry to Gavin Guest. Second call at 12. 4 wide set for McNair.
Azim will throw. Look for Christopher Brown. Brown just drops it. Flag thrown. You can see Scott Levin's reaction to that.
Seemed to be a pretty clear pass interference there. Grabbing the arms, he was going up for that.
Watch that referee in the white cap. Pass interference on Scott Levin. Gives the Mustangs a first down at the 41-yard line.
It must be middle school arts night for McNair, as they had their middle school cheerleaders do the first quarter, and now it seems like they have the entire middle school band out here in the second quarter. So that's what made their band look so large when they were marching in.
Night show blitz. They do. Screen pass blocked at the line. Realist George swatted that ball down at the line of scrimmage. Excuse me.
Good job getting out there. I mean, good athleticism, timing that perfectly. And had he called that, he'd like to get out of yardage. Soon they'll stay in that spread formation. And they do.
Screen pass again. Trick play. Christopher Brown throws it deep. Wide open man.
That's good.
Great trick play on the lateral. I noticed that.
I did
Aleem
too, as that play was
Aleem threw the screen backwards to Christopher Smith, allowing him to throw it deep to Jalon Head, who made it down all the way to the 12-yard line.
I think possibly Kirby Smart of Georgia, the head coach, could be on the sideline for this game. Obviously, he went to Harrison High in Dalton last night and watched Justin Fields. Seems like he is there with his son on the sideline. As we are in a timeout. Obviously, Jamari Sawyer from Pace, he's on the McNair sideline.
5:30 left to play in the second quarter. We're going to take a break after that Knights timeout. 10-0 Knights lead. First down and 10 for the Mustangs in the red zone. Lean will throw, looking for Brown in the end zone. Brown leaps for it just over his head. Incomplete.
Almost making that catch. Would have been a great one. It'll be 2nd and 10 instead. It's back to that trick play. I mean, good arm there by the running back to heave that ball 50 yards, even if it was a rainbow. I mean, it doesn't have to be pretty, just has to get there. Those kind of plays. Nice.
He's actually
defense.
listed as an athlete on my roster, meaning he plays defensive back, wide receiver, running back, kick returner, apparently quarterback too.
Seems to be Kirby Smart and Georgia offensive coordinator Jim Chaney on the
McNair
sideline for McNair.
Liam in the shotgun. Nice show blitz.
Good play call by McNair.
Well by Aleem.
Oh,
brought down hard on the far side at the 11-yard line.
Good job by Parker Spillers of lowering his shoulder pads and holding that to a minimal gain. Seemed like a good play. Knights were out 2 off the edge. And then just sending it directly to the side. McNair's mascot is showing up. Gotta love him. Big horse suit. Four and a half to go in the first half.
Liam tosses it out. Brought down in the backfield for a loss was number 5.
Good job by the Knights of
For the
most
Mustangs.
likely. Good job by the Knights. Most likely holding McNair to a field goal.
Andre Harris was the ball carrier. 4 minutes left to play.
Considering the trick play and where the Mustangs were, good job of a defensive stand. But McNair should be able to make this a 1-score game.
This will be a 32-yard field goal.
And he knocks it through.
Kick is up and good. McNair is on the board, trail 10-3, 3:22 left to play. The second quarter, we'll be right back after this break. Their made field goal for the Mustangs. They will kick it off. Gonna be a return. It looks to be
Pat.
on the far side. Evades a few tackles. It might be Thurman. Patrick Thurman. Flag me thrown after the play. He's going to be brought down. They're going to spot him at the 30-yard line. It's a good return from the junior.
I think the Knights will get an extra 10 to 15 yards tacked onto this because of a face mask or horse collar penalty. We'll see what the call is. Never mind, it's an illegal. Oh, yeah, it is. Block in the back on the Mustangs. We'll move the Knights up 10 yards. See what Gabe Wright can do.
Personal foul on the Mustangs. Push the Knights to the 40-yard line.
Single setback is Perryman.
Thomas in motion. Handoff to Perryman. Perryman breaks a few tackles and gains about 7 or 8 yards to the 47. Clock ticking to about 2:55 left remaining in the second quarter.
Be second down. About 3 from the 47. Go with the split backfield of George and Johnson.
Johnson in motion. Hand off to realist George, and he'll spin forward maybe for a gain of a yard. I think they might mark him out the line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd down and 3.
I mean, just shows realist George's power falling forward there. Getting back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, he was hit 2 yards behind it.
That'll make it 3rd down. 3 yards to go for Pace Academy.
3rd and 3, Perryman the lone setback. It's a spread look for the Knights.
Wright will throw. Wright
Miscommunication.
just away from Jaquari Wiggles. Brings up 4th down.
Almost like Wiggles ran a curl route. Yeah, Wright was expecting him to run an out route.
So Mark Welter set to punt from his own 34-yard line. Flag thrown
like
before the punt once again.
Seemed like that will get the Knights another first down. Seemed like McNair was running people
No,
on
I
the
think it's
field.
going to be a false start on the Knights.
I thought I saw
It will be,
McNair.
yeah, false start on the Knights, pushing them back 5 yards.
I thought I saw McNair running people onto the field as that ball was snapped, but apparently Knights did a false start before that.
Mark Welter punts a high and booming one. Returned by Brown. Christopher Brown has a nice juke. I think they're going to call him for a block in the back and brought down at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's the definition of a block in the back right there. He pushed Patrick Thurman in the back as he was running to return that kick, or cover the return.
The tackle was made by Evan Duncan, the sophomore. Yeah, block in the back on the Mustangs. Half the distance to goal puts them at the 5-yard line.
Knights defense has been staunch once again, but other than the big play, that's why I said in our open, that's been the one problem for the Knights defense so far. Once again, trips near side, lone receiver far side. And that will, false start will move McNair
McNair's be
back
called.
half the distance.
Thought I saw a man run off the field after, or it might have had too many men on the field.
Might have been that. I was looking away and saw the flag and saw him go back, so I assumed false start.
Knights pressing. Handoff. Oh, a lot of room for
He
McNair.
might be gone.
Look at the speed. Past the 50. Brought down from behind. Great tackle by Beatty Williams.
Good effort that time by Beatty, not giving up on the play, hustling as hard as he could, bringing him down from behind.
Ball carried by Andre Harris, number 5.
Knights brought basically everyone from the near side, left side, but then play got quickly into the second level. Good hustle by Beatty.
Ran all the way from the 2.5-yard line. Now there's a broken play. Great sack in the backfield by Jamari Salyer.
Kirby Smart pointed him out after the play. Obviously one of the many people who's probably here to see in this game, if not the main one.
Timeout for the Mustangs. That's their second timeout of the half. 49 seconds on the clock. They trail 10-3.
Yeah, Kirby Smart pointing out Jamari Sawyer very much.
So second down and 14 for the Mustangs at the Pace Academy 33-yard line. Aleem, play action. Aleem throws it deep. Brown has Scott Levitt beat. Braun goes right through his hands. Man.
He got pummeled after the play, too. I mean, he took the punishment. He made a perfect throw. Perfect back shoulder throw, but just unable to haul it in. That's just good luck for the Knights and bad luck if you're the McNair quarterback.
Just through Christopher Brown's hands. So third down and 14 for the Mustangs. 43 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter play.
McNair
Same formation.
Has one timeout left.
Knights blitz. Screen pass. Brown is going to be brought down by Ahmad Hill, the 30.
Good job by Iman Hill that time.
37-yard line, 38-yard line. Timeout. McNair, that's their final one of the half. It's going to be fourth down with 30 seconds left on the clock when we come back after this break. So fourth down and 23. It looks like the Mustangs might be going for it. Why not? 30 seconds left on the clock. High snap. Aleem looks deep. Aleem picked off. Gonna lose large yardage for the Knights, but Jaden Thomas with his first career interception for the Pace Academy Knights. Lost about 40 yards for us, but still prevented. It was Darius Thomas from
Knights
having a
should,
touchdown.
Knights should just
Darius
take
George, excuse me.
Yeah, Knights should just take a knee here. Send it to halftime, 23
Oh, absolutely.
seconds. Only one timeout.
Inside their own 10.
I mean, maybe run the ball once with Perryman just to see if he can break one. As that seems to be what the Knights are going to do here.
Handoff up the middle. Justin Johnson.
He
Johnson
fumbled.
lost the ball at the end of the play. We're going to see who has it.
He fell back on it.
Yeah, I think he fell right back on it. But he did pick up a first down as it stops the clock and moves the chains.
It seems like Knights are
And
going to
that's
take
gonna
that
be
into halftime.
the end of the second quarter, which means the end of the first half here at William Buck Godfrey Stadium out here in Ellenwood, Georgia. 10-3 is a score. Little less comfortable are the Knights than they'd like to be. They'd like it to be more, but still have the lead, and a win is all they need. We're going to be right back here in about 20, 25 minutes for the start of the third quarter. Stay tuned. here for the start of the third quarter. It is senior night here at McNair, so halftime took a little bit longer. Pace has the ball first and 10 at the 30-yard line to start off the quarter.
James starting out there for Knights.
Hill in motion, jet sweep to Hill. That was the first play the Knights had in the first quarter. Hill breaks down the sideline, walks out of bounds around the 43-yard line. He does pick up a first down.
Good solid play for Knights. They'll take that every time they run that play. First down. Knights sort of need to come out and assert themselves to touchdown here on this first possession to create a little separation. Game a little closer than it probably should be here as we begin the third quarter.
Like I was saying, it seemed to be the same play the Knights ran at the beginning of the first quarter when they, or their first drive of the first quarter when they had the ball. Jet sweep to Amon Hill. Worked the same way.
And just keep doing it until it doesn't work anymore.
This time Perryman's in motion. Gabe dropped it, jumped right back on it. It's been a loss about 6 or 7.
I think he might have meant to hand that ball off to Perryman. Perryman wasn't necessarily ready for it. Miscommunication cost the Knights 5, second 15.
Yeah, 5. Second down and 15 for the Knights now.
Offense looked fine in the first half. One mistake by Gabe, the interception. Other than that, relatively no complaints about Knights offense. Haven't had to punt the ball, even though we should have once.
This time George is in motion. High snap over Gabe's head. Jumped on by McNair. And McNair will have the ball at the 22-yard line. The high snap that wasn't Gabe Wright really wasn't ready for. Almost seemed like.
And then Justin Johnson tried to pick that ball up and keep running with it. That's when we just have to dive on top of it. Covered up. McNair in great field position. Knights defense now really just needs to think about holding them to a field goal. Can't give up a touchdown here and tie the game. So we get some momentum back.
And the Knights will take their first timeout of the half. 10:51 left remaining in the third quarter. We're going to be right back after this break. We're back now, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the Pace 22-yard line.
Mustangs starting that spread look they've been in all games time.
This time high snap for McNair. And Azim will jump right back on it.
Knights catch a break of their own there. That almost pushes McNair back out of field goal range.
Second down and long from the Pace Knights 37-yard line.
Knights will take that. I mean, that's something Dan can't have. They want to try to win this game here in the second half.
They had great field position and tie the game one play and set back a second 30.
That was a loss about 25 maybe? 15 maybe? I can't really tell. Oh, good. Brutal hit by Realist George, the senior.
We can't do that. He's sort of used to that. Call it.
George just knocked Andre Harris off his feet. It's going to be third down and 23 from the 35-yard line for the Mustangs.
McNair will probably be trying to get the ball to the field goal range. Either that or he'll take a shot at the end zone, 1 of the 2. Based on their kicker's leg, it doesn't seem huge. Trying to get the ball about the 20-yard line. He's already hit a 34-yarder.
High snap once again, this time back into the Pace Knights territory as he jumps on it and tries to run with it like you were saying, and Justin Morris tackles him in the backfield. So fourth down, and I'm not going to take the time to count all the yards, but
just call it fourth and a lot.
The Mustangs have to get into the 12-yard line for a first down. They have the ball at the 41, at their own 41.
Just call it about 4th and 60-ish. We'll be curious to see if the punter can punt it to the first down marker. 4th and 51 is what the scoreboard reads. I mean, they should fake it here.
Kick almost blocked. And Mazer is going to take it. He's going to fall forward. Did not call a fair catch. But the Knights will have the ball at their own 39-yard line. And I guess got a really lucky break there. Mustangs had the ball at the Knights' 22-yard line to start the drive. Almost in sure scoring position and ended up at their own 41.
I mean, Knights will take it. I mean, like I said, if Redan wants any chance of coming back and
McNair
winning this game, they needed to convert on that opportunity. Now,
it's McNair.
Now the Knights need to have the momentum. Reassert themselves, score a touchdown here. But
so Wishbone will look for Gabe's offense. Head off, Justin Johnson.
Wrapped up.
Johnson won't make it back to the line of scrimmage and lose one.
Had a hole there, but good pursuit there by McNair, taking him down. 2nd and 10.
No game on the play. It'll be second down.
Notable guest here tonight at Godfrey Stadium. We mentioned Kirby Smart earlier in the second quarter was here. He left before halftime. But 2 University of Georgia current football players and Pace alums, Trey Blunt, wide receiver for the Bulldogs, and Andrew Thomas, the starting right tackle for the Bulldogs, are both on the Knights sideline on the far side. As the Knights take a timeout before the snap. 7:38 left to play in the third quarter. We're going to be right back after this break. Second down and 10 for the Knights at their own 39. Hand up to Perryman. Perryman is going to be brought down by his jersey in the backfield. No flag thrown, but I didn't know jerseys could stretch that far. But Perryman's going to lose about 6. The third down and 16.
Third down, 16 yards of open play.
Shotgun look for right. Mustangs show blitz. Hold back, screen pass. Eventually caught by Perryman. Perryman evades a few men. Brought down, tackled pretty hard at the 42-yard line. Not enough for a first down, which will bring out the punting unit for the Knights.
Good job of getting some field position back, making an easier punt for Mark Walter. Knights defense has to stand tall again. McNair hanging with the Knights here today.
Mark Walter sets another booming kick back to the 7-yard line where Brown will try and return it. Brown's going to be tackled at his own 13.
That was a perfect punt there by Mark Walter, high and far. Letting his coverage get down there.
I was going to say he may have slightly outkicked his coverage, but no matter, the Mustangs have the ball at the 13.
Good job pinning them deep, so Mustangs have a full field to go. Some outside of a trick play they haven't been able to do today. Really, outside of that trick play, Knights offense has really held McNair to next to nothing this entire game. But obviously a trick play set up their lone score of the game, a field goal. Staying that spread look they've stayed in all day.
Zima will hand it off to Andre Harris, and Harris will go nowhere. May have gained a yard, but brought down by the host of almost the entire Knights defensive line.
Yeah, no running game at all for McNair so far today. Second 9, Knights secondary needs to step up.
About 5:30 left to play. The third quarter.
McNair's band looks like the size of a college band since they had the middle schoolers in there with huge machines. This stay.
Nice blitz over the head of Azim again as a snap. I think Azim jumped right back on it. Aleem jumped right back on it.
Good effort by Ja'Quari Wiggles just to attempt to dive on it, but able to fall back on it, Mr. Quarterback. So it'll be third down.
It's a loss of 5.
Third call with about 15. Third and 15 for the 7. Must stop here for the Knights. Timeout call.
Yeah, timeout on McNair. 4:19 to play in the third quarter. We're going to be right back after this break. So McNair took their second timeout of the half with 4:19 left to go in the third. They trail by 7, have the ball at their own 10, third down, about 15. Picked off is the throw. Justin Morris, the senior.
Knights need to capitalize off this right here. Great field position to score here. That was just a simple rush 3, drop 8 for the 10, and then the rest of the sticks. But perfect job.
Aleem seemed to throw that ball into almost triple coverage. It was eventually picked off by the Knights defensive end on the right side, Justin Morris. probably his first career interception. I know he played a lot of outside linebacker his freshman year, but
Yeah, that was not a very
props
smart
to
throw.
props to senior. Head up to Perryman. Perryman breaks a tackle, and Perryman will gain a yard.
McNair's defensive line has done a good job today. Then McNair's band continues to have no recognition that there's a football game going on. It's their concert right now, as their conductor tells them to keep going. 2nd down and 10, ball to 14 is like I was saying. McNair's defensive line has done a good job of penetrating and holding the Knights running backs to not big gains, which when the Knights offense has been shut down, that has been what has occurred. Call it 2nd down and 10.
Right, under pressure, almost out of screen design for Perryman. It's gonna be brought down in the backfield for a loss of 4.
Seemed like he had Perryman on the screen there, which might not have been able to get it out in time. Pressure too much for McNair there. Call it 3rd down and 17 for the 18-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Knights up by 7, but they are well within field goal range, so they just don't want to do anything stupid here. As McNair's band has stopped, finally.
Wiggles in motion. Gable throw, delayed handoff to Perryman. Perryman gets a first down. Perryman's gonna be powered forward, brought down at the 1.
Like not even the 1, like the half-yard line for Keyshawn Perryman. But regardless, the Knights will take it. It's a first down on a 3rd and 13. You don't get those on running plays very often, but Perryman showing his elusiveness. Knights hurry up.
Quick snap, handoff. Excuse me, Gabe Keesit. And Gabe will get into the end zone for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night for the sophomore quarterback.
Knights will take that, now up by 2 scores. His scoreboard says we have gained 9 points. Don't really see how that's possible. But it is 16-3, not 19-3 is the scoreboard. Mark Walter on for point after.
Mark Walters' kick is high, up, and good. 17-3 is the lead now. Here in Ellenwood, Georgia. Nice lead over the Mustangs. Mustangs will get the ball back with 2:30 left to play in the 3rd quarter after this break. We are back now after that 1-yard rushing touchdown for Gabe Wright, the 2nd of the night. Score 17-3 with 2:30 left to play in the 3rd.
Good job by Knights offense. That was a touchdown they needed to sort of reassert themselves in this game. Just take a 2-score lead off a turnover.
Mark Walter, again, does not hit the end zone. Brown will take it from the 3. Brown tries to cut to the left side, cuts back, jukes out a couple men, has a lot of room to the right side, gets past the 30, eventually knocked out of bounds
The play there by,
at the 37.
I think that was Jack Neal maybe. Should Trimble.
Yeah, Trip Trimble with the tackle by Brown's legs out of bounds.
38-yard line is where good return though, really. Out of the 38 for McNair. The Knights really need to stop him again to maybe get 1 more score. McNair stays in that spread look they've been in all game.
Aleem has nowhere to go with it. He's eventually going to be brought down to the backfield by Ja'Cory Wiggles and Parker Spillers.
Ja'Cory Wiggles got the initial pressure that time, and Spillers came in to finish him off. Good job of just putting him in, pinching him all together. It will be now second down at about 19. Another nice job by a nice defense of generating pressure. Something they've done well all game. McNair's band takes their possession concert again. Second and a lot. They only have 2 wides in the formation this time. They have a split backfield and 2 tight ends.
Snap, quick pass. Brown drops it. Ahmad Hill picks it off. Hill. It's going to be tackled by Azan Aleem. Great tackle, actually, at the 8-yard line. But the Knights, once again, are inside the 10 of McNair.
Got a little lucky that time, and Knights will take it. That ball was tipped high in the air, but Hill able to...
That's why they practice the tip drill all the time.
Knights will take the luck, now score again, and probably this game is very close to over with one more score. A minute 5 to go in the third quarter.
Ball at the 8-yard line for the Knights. First down and goal. Right, play action, right. Throws it up, looking for Stiegel. Stiegel just over his head.
Once again, seemed like another miscommunication that time, right through the, what looked to be a fade route, but yet Stiegel cut back towards the middle of the end zone before turning around and running for that football. Things have to be cleaned up for next week. As Lovett Westminster about 30 minutes from getting underway. Second 10.
Hand off to Perryman. Thomas was the one in motion. Perryman uses his power to get to the, call it 3-yard line, brings up third down and goal.
That was a hard-earned 4 yards there from Perryman, bouncing off a couple men. Third down, about 3 to go to the end zone. 35 seconds to go, probably the last play for the end of the third quarter. Unless the Knights get a touchdown or an incompletion, in which case the clock will stop. Jaden Thomas goes sole receiver right.
Wishbone
Knights
look
go in
for
their
the
power
Knights.
package. 10 in the box for McNair.
Hand off, Perryman breaks a tackle. Perryman diving forward, reaching out with his hand, but just short, may have gained a yard. He gave that one his all. Brings up fourth down, and here comes Mark Walter to punt. Excuse me, to kick the field goal.
Smart call here by the Knights. It's a 2-score game, as this will make it 3, but the kick will come in the fourth quarter. We will
At the end of the third quarter, Knights extended their lead with a 1-yard touchdown run by Gabe Wright with about 2:30 left to play. And we're going to be right back after this break for the start of the fourth quarter here at McNair. We are back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Patrick Mark Walter looks to chip up a call just a 20-yard field goal. Alcorn's kick is almost blocked. Good jump snap by McNair, but kick is up and good. Knights now have a 20-3 lead over the Mustangs. We're going to be taking another break here. Wait, while we await another kickoff. Pearson Bates kicks it off from the 40. It's going to bounce to the corner, returned by Brown. Good kick by Bates. But Brown's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Going to get the freshman kicker some work. Fourth quarter.
Pearson Bates coming in to kick because, frankly, I think the coaching staff has been disappointed with Mark Walters' kickoffs all night. Not usually reaching the end zone as they normally do. Jack Ferguson, of course, has an injured either hip or shoulder, I believe, out for just a few weeks. So in came the freshman soccer player, Pearson Bates.
He kicked at the end of the Stone Mountain game. We've seen him before.
That's true.
Knights will look to hold McNair down a couple more times and run down the clock on offense.
Aleem, under pressure, throws a high one. Almost intercepted once again.
Iman Hill almost had a second.
Yeah, Amon Hill just dropped it. Brings him second down and 10.
He was actually almost screened there by the McNair receiver on that. So we'll go with a sort of a offset pistol formation here.
High snap, handoff to Harris. Andre Harris picks up a first down for the Mustangs.
Good run there, good speed. Easy first down.
I thought that was a flag at the 31-yard line. See, just behind the left hash mark, you see a little spot
Oh yeah, I do see
on
that.
the field. I thought that was a flag. Apparently it's not.
Could just be like a towel or something. Just got broken up, whatever it was.
We'll see. All right, first down and 10. Knights blitz. Chris Brown catches this one, turns to his left side and picks up a first down for the Mustangs. That's 2 in a row with McNair having their driving.
Good job there. I mean, Chris Brown, Iman Hill sort of jumped around a little bit, and when Brown called that ball, he could turn around and get the first down. 10:40 to go in the game. Knights lead by 17. Relatively comfortable margin right now. Defense needs to hold strong, though.
Quick pass. Complete. At the Knights' 48-yard line. That is number 8, Jalen Head.
Timeout called, but I'm not sure what for.
Yeah, this time there is a flag.
Yeah. Personal foul, roughing the passer penalty on the Knights. I didn't see anything, but Not really sure.
So they're roughing the passer penalty. He's going to put the Mustangs at the 33-yard line.
Costly penalty for the Knights, but they can recover.
Halim. Another quick pass, this time to his running back, Harris. Andre Harris breaks a tackle. And Harris is going to get 7 yards on his right side.
Good job by Beanie Williams that time, getting down, taking out his legs.
Yeah, Jimmo Smith almost had that tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by Harris breaking.
Call it second about 5 for McNair. The 28. This is this 4-down territory for him because a field goal does bring him back within 2 scores, but this is probably extended field goal range right here.
Handoff again. Harris picks up a first down. Harris is going to make it all the way to the 18-yard line inside the Knights red zone and pick up another first down for McNair.
This is the most extended actual drive McNair has had today. As it will be first down from the 18-yard line, first actual drive into the red zone, not including the trick play.
Halim under pressure, brought down from behind. Ben Caldwell with the sack.
Good job of getting around the end. Knights sort of were on a double outside linebacker blitz that time. Easy sack that time. It'll be second 16. Big sack too that pushes them all the way back, probably out of field goal range now.
Great job by Caldwell too.
Knights seem to be
Coming from Halim's blind side, where Halim didn't see him, and bring him down for a sack. Halim throws it deep, just over his receiver's head. Intended for number 17.
Good job of not interfering on that one, throwing the ball
Markel Sutton.
on that fade route. It's relatively easy to grab the arm, but good job of not doing that. So making sure no harm is done. Third and a lot. McNair probably is going to try to get into field goal range here.
So third and 16 for the Mustangs.
Stay in that same spread look.
Halim will throw. Halim under pressure. He throws it deep, the far side, looking for head over his head.
And he got clobbered
Funny.
that time by Jaquari Wiggles right after he threw that ball.
No foul, no flag thrown. It looks like the offense might be staying on the field.
I mean, like I said, this is no man's land. This is where a field goal is probably too risky. Because really, if you take a field goal here, you need to know that you will make it to make sure it'll be a 2-score game. Right here, probably about a 41-yarder. Probably right on the edge of their kicker's range. So staying on the offense, trying to get the touchdown, or at least now the first down, but going for the touchdown on the drive.
4th down and 16. Nice big blitz. Here comes Jamari Salyer. He's going to throw it up looking for head. Almost picked off.
No flag.
Spillers and Williams almost seem to run into each other. But Knights will take over
As that
for themselves.
that drive should seal the game for the Knights. Knights should probably, barring ridiculousness, hold on to win this game. Humble. Right in the shotgun, Perryman next to him.
Screen pass finds Wiggles. Wiggles has a lot of room, picks up a first down. And the tight end is going to roll forward to the 40-yard line.
McNair band continues to thrown on, playing a pretty catchy tune right now. As Knights will stay in that same formation. Wiggles once again the tight end sort of in the slot. Mazer Thomas far side, Stiegel near side.
Low snap. Another pass to Wiggles. Wiggles breaks a tackle. Wiggles picks up a first down. He can move for a big man. Gets all the way down to the 37-yard line.
We've seen him a couple of times just on the past 2 plays in the passing game. I mean, it's working. Keep doing it. One's been a sort of a jump, a slip screen, and then that one was just a bubble screen. And when we saw him in the Stone Mountain game, we run the seam route, go route for the touchdown. Or for the big game, not touchdown, but he's still in the slot again. We'll see what Wright does here. Now it's Perryman.
Pass to Perryman on his left side. Perryman jukes out a man. Perryman picks up a first down. And Perryman's going to move past the 20-yard line. Late flag comes in.
That should be a
Out
late
of bounds. Yeah, he might have been hit late after he came out of bounds.
Like sort of to see the Knights padding Gabe Wright's stats. Even though there's just been screens, he's still probably getting them up over a decent amount of yards passing. I mean, all the yards have technically been passing, even though it's really been runs by Wiggles and then Perryman. It is a late hit out of bounds on the Mustangs. So it will make it 1st and 10 from the Knights at about the, see where they mark it.
They're going to mark it at the 10.
Right at the 10-yard line. So toughest first and goal you can get. 1st and goal from right at the 10. .6:40 to go in the game. Knights looking for one more score to
Stiegel in motion.
pad the stats.
Head up, Perryman bobbles it, keeps a hand on it, and moves forward to the 7-yard line.
Good, like I said, he bubbled that handoff. Good job of just keeping possession of the football. That would have been sort of a crusher for the Knights.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to the Barack Obama Elementary School Eagles cheerleaders.
Apparently there's an elementary school in DeKalb County named after Barack Obama. I learn something new every day. Did not know that.
Their cheerleaders are here tonight cheering on the sideline for the McNair Mustangs. Head off to Realist George, and George is going to move forward into the end zone for a touchdown for the senior.
We'll take that first touchdown in a couple games for Boo Man. He will take it. Knights pad their lead, now a comfortable 27-3. I think this is right around where many people expected this game to be. Knights will pick up the much-needed W, move probably one win away from the playoff spot as Westminster and Lovett kicks off in 10 minutes.
Pearson Bates on to kick the extra point.
It is no good.
And the freshman will kick it wide left. No good. 26-3 is now the score here at McNair 5. Just under 6 minutes left to play in the game. We're going to be right back after this break. A 7-yard touchdown run for Realist George makes the score 26-3. And Pearson Bates will kick it off from the 40-yard line. Bates sets a high kick. Return to the 20, bobbled, fumbled, and jumped on at the 24.
Gotta look the ball all the way in. Ball on about the 25-yard line for McNair. We'll see if they stay in their high-powered aerial attack or if the Knights will. Or if they will try to run down the clock as well. Under 6 to go in the game, 5:49. Knights should move to 3-4 on the year. 3-2 in region. As of now, they've won all the games they've been supposed to win in region.
Aleem will throw. Aleem under pressure. Looks deep. Almost intercepted again. Jade Thomas and Williams and B.D. Williams were there. And both, I think, wanted that interception, but neither got
Almost
it.
defended each other trying to make the pick.
Darius George was the intended receiver.
As McNair, that seemed to be their one play over their past few drives. Just chuck the ball up and see what happens. And some of the time it's worked, some of the time it's been intercepted, some of the time it's been incomplete, but hey, it's sort of entertaining to watch. 3 far side, 1 near side.
Aleem, quick pass. Finds Brown.
Good
Evasive
job.
tackle from Spillers and jukes out a couple men. Brown still going. Brown picks up the first down on the far side.
That was a hard-earned first down. I mean, he did a good stumble recovery, then a couple jukes.
Brown is an incredible athlete when he does catch the ball.
Possibly could have been one of the ones Kirby Smart was here to see earlier.
That is one of his only weaknesses, his catching ability. But great job bringing that one in and evading almost 5 pace defenders. First down and 10 for McNair.
About 5 minutes to go in the game. And now move their 3 receivers to the near side with the 1 receiver far side.
Quick pass, Brown again. Brown this time is going to be tackled by B.D. Williams.
Gain of about 6 there. Ball on the 41-yard line, 4.5 to go. Still go their 3 near side, 1 far. Interesting, they sort of stag their receivers like one behind the other.
Under pressure now is Aleem. Aleem is going to be brought down from behind. Parker Spillers on the safety blitz.
He's done that a couple times today, just getting in the backfield. That's his 2nd sack of the day. Now I'll make it 3rd to about 10. Third and a lot, probably 4 down territory for Redan, just because why not? Timeout is called by Coach Slade, his final timeout. He will take one with him.
Yeah, 3:50 left to play. Knights lead 26-3. We are back now for a 3rd down and 10 for McNair at their own 35-yard line.
Once again, they stag their receivers like one yard behind the other. .349 left.
Sutton in motion. High snap. Brown again, bobbled and dropped.
Called incomplete. As McNair seems like it's going to go for it, just because really, why not? Never mind. Here comes their punting unit.
Pace almost changes out their entire. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long night. Pace brings on the punt return team. Like I was saying, they did change their punt returner. This time Brian Mazer. He's been the one returning punts all night, but seems like
it's a revolving door
this year again, almost blocked.
And Mazer. I didn't see him call for fair catch. I don't think he did either. Referee said he did. So might as well get the ball to the 3-yard line. 3:30 left to play.
Knight's offense has looked pretty good in the second half. First half was a little slow, but they've come out and played decently well here in the second half. Up 26-3. Wright has moved the Knights well. Probably just going to run the ball here and run the clock down.
Raymond is in. Play action for Raymond. Underthrown, looking for Realist George.
Sort of like the Knights bring Raymond in and letting him throw the ball. Obviously been the starter for the first 5 games of the year. Let Wright start today. He's looked decent when he's been in the game and throwing the ball.
Raymond hands it off to Perryman. And he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Will be 3rd and a lot here for the Knights. Probably just going to run the ball again, though, see how much clock they can take off.
Play action, Raymond rolls right. Jared Raymond will keep it himself. And Raymond will pick up the first down and dive forward. Ball will be spun at the 35-yard line. Great run by Jared Raymond.
Good mobility. Scooting out. .220 to go in the game. Knights might just be able to run the clock out right here.
Hand out to Perryman. He'll cut to the right. Stiff arms one man, hurdles over another, out of bounds.
Good ups there shown by Perryman. He'll take it, run it 55 and count to go. Able to pick up about 8 yards on the play. One more first down, the Knights will be able to run out the clock. The reason the Knights had the early game is there is a game that is going to start basically immediately following the conclusion of this one.
2nd down and 2. Low snap. Raymond rolls left. He'll throw it deep. Ryan Mazer! Touchdown, Mazer!
Good throw by Raymond. Able to put it right on the money. That was a perfect throw right over the zone. Ryan Mazer, his first touchdown catch of the year. 2nd catch of the year overall. See if Pearson Bates can knock this extra point through.
Great job by the senior. I think you're right. That's his first touchdown catch of his high school career. As Bates puts this one up and good. Pace now leads 33 to 3. 1:18 left remaining the fourth quarter. We're going to be right back after this break. Back after that touchdown pass from Jared Raymond to Ryan Mazer. Pearson Bates kicks it off from the 40, makes it to the 20 and bounces all the way to the 13. Returned by Brown. He's going to carry a little bit on his back all the way to the 17-yard line.
We'll see if McNair tries to mount anything here. His Knights defense has been strong so far. See if McNair wants to try anything or if they will just run out the clock. Maybe go for some pride points.
Aleem, quick pass. Picks up a first down past the 30-yard line. Receiver was number 6, Darius George.
1 minute even to go in the game. So probably 2 to 3 more plays.
Lee passes it, finds Christopher Brown. Brown makes pass. One man is brought down at the 50-yard line.
Good tackle by, I think it was Evan Duncan. Brown put up from behind.
Davis Futrell was the one who stopped Brown from going another 50 yards for a touchdown, so great job by the sophomore. Timeout on the field, 41 seconds remaining. We're going to take 1-2. Pace lead 33 to 3. First down and 10 at the 50. Aleem under pressure. Evades a couple minutes, eventually going to be sacked in the backfield.
What could be the last play of the game, we'll see. McNair calls another timeout, trying to get one more play in.
Chase Caramanolis was the one who got the sack in the last play. Another timeout on the field. It gives us the time we need to reflect with 31 seconds left on this game. A bit closer than the Knights would have expected going into it. Score was 10-3 at halftime. Knights picked up pace in.
Did do a nice job in the second half of reasserting themselves.
What I was saying.
Gabe Wright did a solid job at quarterback. I mean, threw the one interception, but he did a good job of being elusive. He did what he needed to do. And Raymond coming in leading that final touchdown drive.
Join us next week at home as the Knights take on a rival from down the road, the Lovett Lions. Handoff Andre Harris cuts to the left side. Harris making some first down. Harris is going to be gone. Andre Harris. 57 yards for a touchdown.
So a stat padding for McNair. He'll take that. Harris darting through the hole and was through it very quickly. Sort of be a more accurate reflection of the score of this game and how tight it was for most of it. Knights offense struggled to get going in the beginning, but like we said, picked it up in the second half, especially running the football. Gabe Wright, the 2 rushing touchdowns. Booman had the scores. They faked the extra point.
Fake kick. Sutton, Markel Sutton looking at the goal line. Stopped just short of the goal line. Tackled by number 57, Shane Nelson, as well as Davis Futrell on the stop. Great goal line stop for the Knights special teams.
Good practice for each side there. McNair on their fake extra point, and then the Knights for their 2-point/fake extra point coverage. Now we'll see if McNair will practice their onside kick. If I were them, why not? Just keep getting the practice. 19 seconds left. It should just be one knee and the game is over for the Knights.
So McNair will kick it off from the 40-yard line. Knights expecting onside kick.
Yeah, they have 5 up on the near side, 4 on the far side. 1 directly in the middle. Perryman sort of the deep man at the 30-yard line.
Onside kick. Does not go 10 yards. And the Knights will have it at, it should be at least their McNair 48-yard line.
We'll see where they spot it. Spotting it at the 49.
So the Knights will come out expecting, I expect the victory formation. With this play, they will move to 3-4 on the season, 3-2 in the region.
Probably 1 win away from the playoffs if you look at it.
Very true.
They win next week. And then remember, last year Knights beat Towers.
All they need is a win against either Lovett or Towers. And a win tonight certainly helped their playoff picture. 33-9 over McNair here in Ellenwood at William Buck Godfrey Stadium. From Will Nolte and Andrew Neville, thank you all for joining us here tonight. Join us next week as the Knights take on Lovett at home. And we're going to say good night and go Knights from Ellenwood.